What should I do if my agency clients aren't getting any results?
Episode 24. I'm
Cool.
excited for this one. This is a great one because most of your revenue as an agency comes from your current client base. So if you want to get to 100,000 a month or 200,000 a month or 300,000 a month, that's where most of it comes from. Like once you have client acquisition and if you watch our other videos, you know how to get clients, you know how to get meetings, you know how to onboard people. But when I'm at 50,000 a month or 100,000 a month already, now a majority of my revenue is going to start coming from my current client base, right? So it actually becomes really important to make sure that you can deliver good client results without really any of them leaving, ideally. And if not a very few, a very small percentage of them leaving. So where do we start? How do you even approach this problem?
Well, I think we should start with the most obvious one, which is data, right?
Okay,
What is tracked can be improved, and the inverse is true as well. If it's not tracked, you can't really improve anything. So I would start
sure.
by tracking every portion of the client success pipeline, I guess you could say.
What does that look like? Like more tangibly, if I run,
Yeah.
let's say I run Pinterest ads for plumbing companies.
You'd probably want to do impressions and then track clicks and then track actual submissions. And then
Okay.
how quick are those leads getting dialed? What's the dial to booking rate on those? Or whatever the
Hmm.
funnel is. Like for me, we do cold calls, so it will be dials, pickups, conversations, leads, appointments, and then we track
Hmm.
appointments elapsed, appointments updated, appointments shown, qualified appointments shown, listings taken, the volume of those listings taken, the commission of those listings taken, and then it helps like really average things out and give me a full
Yeah.
view.
Why would you do that though? Like, why would I even bother? That sounds like a lot of work.
A lot of
I
work.
just want to
Well,
work 1 hour a week and chill on the beach with mimosas and take
yeah,
Instagram stories so I can
yeah.
flex on all the people that I went to school with.
Okay, well, that's a good idea. Um, yeah, you're probably in the wrong business. But why is it important? You need to know what's going on, right? You can't
Hmm.
make decisions based off emotions. If you don't track data, you're going to be making emotional decisions that might not actually be the right direction to go.
Okay.
When you have data, it's very objective and very like
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But why my
Um,
client data specifically? Like, why does it really matter to
yeah, I mean,
track every single step in their file?
why do you track it's just as important as tracking front end data, right? You want
Sure.
more calls booked, more calls
Hmm.
shown, more closings for your agency. You probably want
Hmm.
the same for your clients. So
Right.
I think it's just as important, if not more important, than the front end tracking.
So conceptually, what am I doing? What am I tracking? Hey, if I've never tracked this kind of data before, how do I even think about what to track? How do I figure out what I should track?
Go to ChatGPT, tell them what you do, and ask what you should track is probably the
This
best
is
thing.
the grand Braden Ben's advice is just use
Yeah,
chat.
just use chat. But I mean, I would track each step of the funnel, whatever the
Okay.
funnel is. That
Yeah.
is that is like a pivotal like next step. Um,
Okay. So each step of your client's funnel, essentially,
yeah,
or
exactly,
the funnel
exactly.
that you're running for them.
So like if we make a
Yeah.
dial, that's step
Yeah.
one. Step two would be someone picks up the phone. Step three would
Hmm.
be someone has a conversation with us. Step four
Hmm.
would be they become like a lead. Step five
Hmm.
is they book an appointment. Step six is that
Hmm.
appointment elapses. Do
Hmm.
they show, no show, cancel? And like you just kind of go down the funnel from
Right.
first getting that lead or impression or whatever, all the way until like close and sale, and then even past that, right?
Yeah.
LTV of the client that you generated, so on and so forth.
Right. Very cool. Okay. That makes sense. So I'm going to track every funnel step. What do I do once I've got that data?
What do you do once you have that data? Well, you look
Yeah, my
for,
client, dude, all my clients are leaving.
yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Well, how am I going to fix this?
You want to look at the data and look at the biggest bottlenecks within the
Hmm.
data, right? So if your
Hmm.
clients have a 40% conversion rate, but a
Hmm.
10% show rate, the thing to focus on will probably be show rate, right?
Okay.
So it's the same that you would do on the front end of the business.
Yeah.
If you're tracking sales calls and show rate and close rate, et cetera, you'd want to find the bottleneck for your
Hmm.
clients. It's probably going to be
Hmm.
different for each one. And you
Yeah.
want to see which client ideally is doing the best at all categories, and then
Hmm.
try to copy and paste that into all your other clients' businesses.
Can I break this down? So
Yeah.
for like figuring out how to improve this, so once I've gotten and I've looked, let's say like we're working with someone that does hiring right now, so that's also a funnel, and that's a service that he sells a retainer to businesses for. Um, now, um, if you're looking at improving client results, like Braden said, you need to figure out every step in your client's funnel. So the first place, the first metric that indicates how many people actually found out about the offer. So if you're running ads, that's going to be the impressions. If you're doing outreach, that's going to be the messages you send, etc. And then from there on onwards, every single step that a person might take. So they might respond, they might click on an ad, and you go down the funnel itself. Once you track all of that data, you can look at the percentage of people that are actually making it to the next step. Now, your lowest percentages are the ones to improve the most, the things that are furthest away from 100%. As soon as you get to like something being, let's say, 40, 50, 60% uh, uh, throughput rate. So imagine I've got like Braden said, like imagine I've got 50 people showing up to meetings, and 60% of them are qualified. Um, that's pretty good. 30 people are going to be qualified and showing up to my clients' meetings, but let's say the close rate is 5%, so one or two of them close at best. Um, 5% is much lower than 60%. So I can double 5% to 10%, and I can double the performance of my funnel. Versus 60%, I can't physically double even if I wanted to. So I might be
Yeah.
able to improve at 50% and get 50% better results, but I could take 5% close rate up to 20%, and I can literally quadruple it. So there's a lot more opportunity for your lowest performing metrics, your worst metrics, to be improved upon. Now, sometimes you look at all of your weak metrics in the funnel, and some are easier to improve than others. Don't do the hard ones. Anything that's like really difficult to improve, it's not worth focusing on. You're better off focusing on a metric in your funnel where you know of an improvement that you could make. And in doing that, you can see much better results for clients. Let's say they're spending $3,000 a month on my service. I'm making them 10,000 every single month. Um, I can look at all my funnel steps, and in almost every single case with clients, it's possible to literally 3 to 5x their results. So take them from making 10,000 a month to 30,000 a month or 50,000 a month even. And as you do these things, as clients return much higher, they're going to be able to spend more money with you. So you're going to be able to upsell them. If you have commission deals, you're going to make a lot more, and you're going to have better results. So clients are going to stick around for longer. They're going to be more likely to refer people to your business, and it's going to be much easier to close new clients because what you can actually offer and promise is exceptionally higher than the cost. Um, so a good benchmark is try to make people 5 to 10 times their money. And if you're not, then start improving your funnel. The best part of this all, like Braden said, is that once you've done it, you can go and apply this to all of your clients. So you don't need to improve all clients at once. You can focus in on one or two, and you can improve the results and the performance of them, and then you can go and improve things. I've got another question. This comes more down to like structurally, how should I run my agency? Because we see lots of people spending lots of money on marketing and sales, see lots of people spending lots of money on fulfillment. How, like, what should they do there?
Are you talking ideal profitability?
In Yeah, profitability and then like investment. Like I want to stay high margins.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that my business is profitable. I don't want to be running a 5 to 10% profit margin. That sounds kind of shitty. Like how can I actually improve my margins or think about spending the revenue that I'm generating
Yeah.
effectively? Yeah.
Ideally, you want a 70% or higher gross margin,
What is
60% or
that?
higher contribution margin, then 50% or higher net margin. Gross margin is what is your margin after fulfillment expenses. So, what are you
Hmm.
spending to fulfill on the clients that you have? Buying
Hmm.
them leads lists, paying setters, paying recruiters.
So you're
Some
telling
people,
me if I'm making $20,000 a month, I should be spending 30% of that on delivery, basically.
exactly,
I should be
exactly.
spending $6,000 a month on delivering service. What if I'm spending like $1,000 a month on delivery right
Then,
now, and I'm making 20K?
if you're spending $1,000 a month and your clients are killing it,
Yeah,
I see no issue. But
good for you. Yeah.
if the clients are not killing it, then you obviously that's your biggest opportunity right there. You got another 5 grand a month to spend to make these
Yeah.
clients. get the better results, get them to stick around
Hmm.
longer, etc. So it
Yeah.
depends case to case scenario.
But what if I just, uh, accept that a bunch of my clients are going to leave and I just spend all of my money on getting new clients instead, just spending like increasing my ad
That
spend
sounds
or
like a
doing more
miserable
outreach?
business.
Why?
And the issues
Why
with
should I
those,
avoid that?
because those work at a low scale, 0 to
Okay.
100, 0 to 200. But once you get to the point, like if you do the math on, let's say you have a 15% churn rate on clients month over month. If you do the math on you closing like X amount of clients and you extend it out long enough,
Hmm.
you hit this ceiling where you just
Hmm.
cannot scale even further. And you're
Right.
losing more than you're gaining, and
Hmm.
you can't outsell it, or
Right.
it's very, very hard to outsell it.
Right.
So that's kind of the ceiling you reach if you don't address client churn,
Interesting.
etc.
Interesting. Okay. So I've actually got to really think about how I'm reinvesting into my business and how I'm spending money.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
let me give an example. I think that there's lots of people um, in the online space that really love the idea of running ads as a way to generate business. And the reason that they think that ads is a great business is because they say, well, look, all of the people that make the most money run ads too. Now, uh, in reality, you're wrong. And what's actually true is that you only are aware of the people that are running ads because you're getting their ads, and you don't see all of the different prospecting channels that exist. I bet most people that start an agency have not heard of Salesforce. Yet Salesforce is a multi-billion-dollar company. I think they're probably worth over $100 billion. I'm not sure exactly. Um, but they don't blast Instagram story ads at you all day long for their course or their marketing agency. Um, and the point is that there are lots of ways that you can generate business effectively. But typically, people start seeing the people that run ads and go, well, that must be the only way to get business. And well, this person told me I need to spend more heavily on ads. So people get stuck in this trap where they go and take 50% of their revenue and they put it into advertising. And that's not a smart thing to do as an agency. You're much better off putting that money into service delivery and retaining your clients forever so that you continue to have revenue every single month and spend less on marketing and sales. But spend your dollars more effectively too. So the contribution margin is what we look at after the gross margin. It's what we look at after service delivery, and our recommendation is you only spend about 10% of your revenue on marketing and sales activities because that mathematically works best for most agencies where you want to continue servicing your clients. The second you get two clients, you want to be reinvesting into improving your service and making it better, and that looks like hiring people or investing in better software, etc. And then the marketing and sales expense is something you should continue and you should make sure that you're investing amply into, but you don't want to get stuck in this trap of spending all of your money on getting new clients that just leave every 2 months because your delivery isn't there. Um, so these are the first piece of advice that Braden's given so far is a lot more actionable. The second piece of advice, this one is a lot more conceptual, but it is a better way of thinking about how you're going to grow an agency or service business over time.
100% agree.
What's the third thing? How can I start improving my client results? Like, let's say I've got all of the data in place. I've started attacking the weakest points of the funnel. What are other things that I can do? Or what should I be thinking about if I'm trying to build, 100,000 a month profit business, and I'm really trying to cash flow and delegate this company.
You would probably want to get like as boots on the floor as possible with the clients on what they're actually
Okay.
doing. So
Okay.
like if there's a problem, sometimes you're so just with the business, you're so high level
Yeah.
and you're operating at everything. You're not really too deep in anything, and it kind of makes it
Hmm.
hard to see specific challenges that are super super simple to fix that you might not even
Hmm.
notice. So I would definitely get boots on the floor with the clients, whether it's in person or virtual, and listen to their call recordings. Sit on an appointment with them, coach them on sales, teach your other clients, or give your other clients the ability to teach, lower performing clients sales, et cetera, et cetera.
Hmm.
Um, and really get like be there with them, almost like you're taking your service delivery. And I think that's a really unique perspective. Not a lot of businesses take. Some of them try
Hmm.
to avoid it it because they know it's bad and they don't want to see how bad it is. And then
Hmm.
others just don't even think about it. But almost like put yourself in a position to where you're the client pretty much,
Right.
and you're experiencing the service delivery. You know, would you be satisfied with how much you're paying? Would you be happy with the returns, etc.?
Right.
And it's a good exercise to do.
Awesome. Okay.
So like if you're
I like that a lot. Yeah.
actionable, yeah, actionable. Like if you're a marketing agency and you're running
Yeah.
Facebook ads or Google ads for your clients, and they're complaining about lead quality, I would just hop on the phones and
Hmm.
start calling those leads myself and seeing like how
Hmm.
bad really are these. If they're super
Hmm.
bad and the business owner, cannot convert them, then they're pretty bad, right? And it's
Sure.
something that now I know it's not the clients, it is the marketing. But if I
Hmm.
call the leads and I'm able to close 40% of them, then I know it's not the ads. I know it's the
Yeah.
client's sales skills, and now I know what problem to actually attack.
Cool. And how can you solve that problem? Let's say my clients do suck at like running their own
Yeah.
businesses. What do I do?
You would coach them on it, just like anything else.
Okay.
Ideally find clients that are doing well at the thing, and maybe
Yeah.
send them connect them to where
Yeah.
they can help each other, or just help the client yourself on if you have the experience on it on how to improve their close rates. I'm guessing if you have clients, you're good at closing, and you can say, "Hey,
Yeah.
I closed you. I think I know how
Yeah.
to close," and then just give them the
Yeah.
advice.
Cool. Um, the other alternative option is you're closing the wrong clients. And this is something that I've done in the past and made the mistake of is actually just onboarding the wrong people in the first place. And sometimes that's a really hard situation to get out of, and you can try to optimize your service for people that probably shouldn't be paying you in the first place. Maybe they're too small or they're too inexperienced, and you end up running a lot of their business. And that happened to me quite a few times when I was scaling up. Was I realized that in order to make this client worth more money or retain better, I physically had to run most of their business and fix it for them. And that's when I learned how to qualify clients even better and only work with the killers in the space, the top 10% of businesses. And if you can be disciplined with who you bring on, you're going to get much, much better very quickly at building a name for yourself and attracting those high quality clients because you will naturally build a service that works for them. And those are people that are going to stick around for a long time and pay you well too. So that's probably the last piece of advice is sometimes it is the client's problem. That's something you should consider.
So now my agency churn rate is fixed, right?
It's good. Yeah, you're good to go. You've got a 3% or 5% less, sorry, less than 5% churn rate um, on a monthly basis. Your clients are sticking around for a long time, and you can get back to prospecting.
Oh,
Um, and I think in another episode, we should talk more about client communication and how to actually improve the delivery of your agency, prove the actual experience that you're providing people so that they want to stick around as well and so that they want to refer you business. But in the meantime, whilst you're waiting for that episode to come out, if you haven't already, submit an application for OB. We look at them once a month. We accept one person. We just brought on a killer that came through this podcast. We're purposefully small. As of filming today, we've got 43 subscribers. By the time you see this video, we might even have 44, which is
oh,
crazy. Um, but the point is, like, if you look into Braden and I, you can see that we've made content. I've grown lots of channels and social media accounts in the past, but we really are focused on attracting the highest quality people to this group. And that means that we're not blasting this podcast out to loads of people. And instead, we're posting very specific content that helps you with where you're currently at. If you've been watching for a while, we'd love to get your feedback. We'd love ideas. If you want us to bring someone on the podcast, let us know. Or if you want us to talk about a specific concept, let us know as well. And we'd love to film them. So hit us in the comments. And otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.
take care.
Episode 24. Out. See ya.
Boom.